Welcome to today's video, where we take a deep dive into the fascinating world of Australian coinage, focusing on the 50 cents Australia 1971 coin. This particular coin, though common in its day, now holds historical and collectible interest due to its age, design, and significance. Even in circulated condition, the 1971 50-cent coin tells a story of craftsmanship, national pride, and everyday life in Australia during that era. The 1971 Australian 50-cent coin stands out as one of the most recognizable pieces in the country's decimal currency system. Made from copper nickel, it replaced the earlier round 50-cent coin, which was withdrawn after 1966 due to its high silver content. This newer design introduced a dodecagonal, or 12-sided, shape that helped people easily distinguish it by touch and sight. When you hold this coin in your hand, you immediately notice its solid feel and unique edges. The 12 sides symbolize precision and modernity, reflecting the transition period when Australia was moving confidently into the future of decimal currency. The coin measures 31.5 millimeters in diameter, making it one of the largest circulating coins in the Australian system. On the obverse side, you'll find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, as she appeared in her youthful years. This effigy, designed by Arnold Machin, is an elegant representation of the monarch who appeared on Australian coins from 1966 until the mid-1980s. Her calm and regal expression serves as a reminder of Australia's Commonwealth heritage and historical ties to the British Crown. The inscriptions around her portrait include Elizabeth II and Australia 1971. These simple yet classic words frame the image beautifully, giving balance and dignity to the obverse side of the coin. Over years of circulation, this side may have softened details, light scratches, and a warm patina that adds depth and character. Turning to the reverse, we are greeted by the magnificent Australian coat of arms, designed by Stuart Devlin, one of the most renowned coin designers in the world. The design features a kangaroo on one side and an emu on the other, two animals that hold special meaning for Australia. Both creatures are known for not being able to move backward easily, a fitting symbol for a nation that always strives to move forward. At the center of the coat of arms lies the shield, which bears 6 sections representing the 6 Australian states. Each section displays symbols of the states, from the Cross of St. George for New South Wales to the Maltese Cross for Queensland. It's a powerful representation of unity in diversity, celebrating the strength of a united federation. The level of detail in Devlin's design is truly impressive. Even in circulated condition, you can still see the feathers of the emu, the fur of the kangaroo, and the intricate lines within the shield. These artistic touches remind us that coins are not just money, they are miniature works of art. The words 50 cents appear boldly beneath the coat of arms, marking the denomination clearly. The font style, spacing, and balance between text and design create an appealing and timeless layout that collectors continue to admire today. In circulated condition, the 1971 50-cent coin often shows gentle wear. The edges might have softened slightly, and the fields, the flat areas of the coin, may display small contact marks from years of use. But this wear adds charm, telling a visual story of decades of circulation and handling. Each coin carries its own individual story. It may have been part of countless everyday transactions, perhaps exchanged for groceries, cinema tickets, or postage stamps. Holding such a coin feels like holding a small piece of Australia's everyday history. The coin's metallic composition, 75% copper and 25% nickel, gives it a bright silvery color. Over time, this alloy tends to develop a light grayish tone, sometimes with subtle dark patches or a soft shine that shifts with the light. These natural color changes highlight the beauty of aged metal. For collectors, circulated coins like the 1971 50-cent piece are not merely about monetary value but historical context. They reflect the design trends, materials, and minting technology of their time. Every mark, scratch, and tone variation tells you something about where the coin has been. Although the 1971 issue is not considered rare in the traditional sense, finding one in excellent condition is becoming more difficult. Many coins from that era were heavily used and gradually withdrawn from circulation, replaced by newer issues over the decades. This coin also marks a time when Australia was confidently embracing its national identity. The coat of arms design reinforced pride in Australian values, nature, and progress. Even the choice of local fauna for the design symbolized strength, balance, and forward motion. The artistry of Stuart Devlin deserves special mention. Known as the goldsmith and silversmith to the Queen, his work on Australian coinage is widely respected. The 1971 50-cent coin is a fine example of his ability to merge national symbolism with beautiful, functional design. Collectors often admire the 1971 coin for its historical value. It represents an important phase in Australia's minting history, just a few years after the introduction of decimal currency in 1966, when Australians were still adjusting to new denominations and designs. Even after decades, the design remains crisp and meaningful. Whether slightly tarnished or deeply toned, each coin carries a sense of authenticity and endurance. There's something special about holding a coin that's been part of the daily lives of countless people across time. Under the right lighting, you can observe the way light glides over the coin's surface, catching the raised parts of the kangaroo's outline or the detailed feathers of the emu. The reflective surfaces and matte fields create a visual depth that continues to captivate collectors and photographers alike. While the coin's face value is modest, its numismatic appeal goes beyond money. It's a conversation piece, a teaching tool, and a connection to the past. For many collectors, it represents the joy of discovery and the appreciation of design that lasts generations. The 1971 50-cent coin also holds sentimental value. People who grew up during that time might remember using these coins in everyday life, buying lunch, riding the bus, or saving change in jars. It's not just metal, it's memory. Over the years, the coin's design has become a cultural symbol. Even those who don't actively collect coins recognize the distinctive 12-sided shape and the familiar coat of arms, a design that continues to feature on Australia's 50-cent pieces today. The durability of copper-nickel ensures that many of these coins survive, even after heavy use. This longevity means that circulated coins can continue to tell their stories long after newer designs have entered circulation. Every time you examine a coin like this, you can appreciate the blend of art, history, and utility. It's an object designed for everyday use but crafted with an artist's touch and a historian's awareness. If you're fortunate enough to have a 1971 50-cent coin, take a moment to look closely at its features. Each worn line, softened edge, or faint reflection adds to its character. It's not just an old coin, it's a silent witness to Australia's economic and cultural evolution. As the years go by, the value of such coins as collectibles continues to grow, not necessarily in terms of